we turning left? At the lights, of course. What lights? When a native English speaker says lights, we're talking about... Hello everyone, how are you doing? My name is Catelyn. Today we are going to be talking about a really important and common topic for English learners. And that is learning how to ask for directions in English. I'm sure that you've already covered this topic in your English class and that your English textbook has an entire chapter dedicated to it. But I'm sorry to tell you guys, the way that they teach you in your textbooks is not actually how native English speakers give directions in real life. In reality, it's a lot more complicated than what's in your textbook. But there's no need to worry. Today I'm going to teach you guys how native English speakers really give directions. So you'll be much better prepared and you never have to worry about getting lost. But anyway, let's get into the lesson. How I'm going to be teaching you guys today is by giving you an example conversation and then breaking that conversation down into pieces and explaining each part to you. So let's listen to our conversation now. This conversation is about asking for directions if you want to walk to the library.
Hi, excuse me, I'm a little bit lost. Can you help me out? How do I get to the library? Oh, of course, it's not too far from here. Just walk 3 blocks down and take a left at the lights. Then continue straight on that road, but do be careful because it's a shared path. After that, walk until you get to the pedestrian crossing and use it to cross. From there, the library will be on your right-hand side. Okay, great, thank you so much.
So, how was that conversation? Did you manage to understand all of it, or was it a little bit complicated? As a native English speaker, I can tell you that this conversation is very natural. It sounds very similar to something that you might actually hear on the street. This kind of conversation is an advanced level of English. And if you didn't understand all of it, that's okay. We're going to be breaking that down now. So in our conversation, the first thing that we heard was, "Excuse me." It's always important to say "excuse me" when you're going to interrupt a person to ask them a question. This shows that you are polite and have manners. Next, the person asked, "How do I get to the library?" I wanted to point out this question because this structure is a fantastic one to use to ask for directions. Just replace library with the place that you want to go. For example, how do I get to the post office? Along with this structure, there are several others that we can use. Our first is, where is the swimming pool? Which way is it to? Which way is it to the train station? Can you give me directions to? Can you give me directions to the bank? And also, is there a near here? Is there a hospital near here? You can use any of these phrases to ask for directions. Let's take a look at the next part of the conversation now. Our next part was said by the second person replying. We first heard, "Oh, it's not too far from here." That's pretty simple, so I'll continue on to the next one. The next sentence in that conversation was, "Walk 3 blocks down and take a left at the lights." This term, blocks, is a very useful word to remember, especially if you're traveling to America. But what is a block? This here is a map of New York City. You can see the Grand Central Station here. And can you see all of these little squares? These squares are small sections called blocks. So to walk 3 blocks down means to pass 3 of these squares. So 1, 2, 3. One thing that I do want to mention is that you probably won't hear the word block outside of America. Instead, you might just hear walk 3 streets down. This still means the same thing. 1, 2, 3 streets. Next, we are told to take a left. To take a left means exactly the same thing as to turn left. It's just a different way of saying it. Another less common way that you might hear in America is to hang a left. So to take or to hang a left or right means to turn a left or right. But where are we turning left? At the lights, of course. What lights? When a native English speaker says lights, we're talking about traffic lights, or stoplights as they're sometimes called. Saying lights is just quicker and easier, so don't get confused. When we say lights, we mean the traffic light. The next sentence in the conversation is, continue straight on that road, but be careful because it's a shared path. A shared path is a path that both cyclists and people walking use. Shared paths will be marked with a sign like this. Make sure you walk on the correct side of the path and not the side with the cyclists on it, because you will definitely make them angry and it's dangerous too. Next up, walk until you get to the pedestrian crossing and use it to cross the road. A pedestrian crossing is a place where you can cross the road and the cars must stop for you. In these places, the road will be painted with white stripes. In British English, they are called pedestrian crossings, but in American English, they are called zebra crossings, which makes sense. The white and black stripes, they look like zebras, easy to remember. Sometimes they are also called crosswalks. Pedestrian is actually a really good word to remember. A pedestrian is a person who travels by foot. So when you are walking, you are a pedestrian. And finally, at the end of that paragraph, we heard, the library will be on your right-hand side. This of course means that the library will be on our right. So you might be wondering why I didn't just say that. The library will be on your right. Well, as you may know, the word right meaning the direction and the word right meaning correct are homonyms. So they sound the same and they look the same, but they have a different meaning. If we say right side, that could mean the direction right or the correct side. Imagine if somebody asked you to write your name on the right side of the paper. Do you mean the direction right or the correct side of the paper? If you say write your name on the right-hand side of the paper, then we know, oh, okay, you're talking about the direction right. The side of your body that has your right hand on it. Of course, people will say the library will be on your right or on your right side. I just wanted to teach you about right-hand side as well, so if you ever did hear it, you didn't get confused. And that is the whole conversation. Before I go, there is one more word that I wanted to teach you that I couldn't fit into my conversation, but I think it will be really helpful for you to know. It is footpath. A footpath is where you walk on the side of the road. It's also called a sidewalk or a pavement. And that is finally it for this video. We learned a lot of things today, so I hope that you can remember them. If you learned something today, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for some more awesome English videos. If you've got any questions or video suggestions, you can leave those down in the comment box below, or you can always reach me on my Instagram and Facebook. Have a lovely day, guys. See you later.